Welcome to the American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's the American Dream. Welcome to the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
It's the American Dream.
One of the most anticipated events if you live in a rural community is the county fair. I'm Dan Lawson, your host for American Dream TV, and today we are celebrating Isle of Wight County's 30th season. So come on, let's go check it out. So you can't come to the county fair without getting a fresh squeezed lemonade. It's absolutely fantastic, never disappoints. So. Hey, I'm here with Danny Byram. He is the fair chairman for Isle of Wight County. He has been in this position since 2013, and I think he's done a fantastic job putting all this together. So, Danny, how important is the Isle of Wight County Fair to Isle of Wight County?
Well, there's two prongs to it. Now, one is obviously bring some revenue to the county. The more important piece is it gives our local community places to go, things to do, and teach them a little bit about our heritage.
Can you tell me a little bit about the growth that it's undergone since you've been in charge since 2013?
So when I took over, our normal fare was 20,000, maybe 23,000 at tops. Most of the time now we're between 33 to 35,000 a year. That is kind of our sweet spot.
As you see the population explosion out of Wight County over the last several years, what kind of changes do you foresee coming? You know, is there something you are really pushing for to bring the fair to the next level? Or
one of the things I do is collect surveys out here of people that come here and, you know, tell us all kinds of information. For one thing, so we can better the fair ourselves, and we critique ourselves pretty hard. We try to look at other things that are community interest and things like that, and fun for kids, and bring that to here.
So being a motorcycle guy as well as a car enthusiast, I couldn't help myself. I had to come over here and talk to the folks from Daniel's Performance Group. Andrew, how you doing, buddy?
We're doing great. Fair's awesome this year.
Awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it. So look, man, you know, what do you guys do?
Daniel's Performance makes dreams come true. We take your dream and we turn it into reality, specifically in cars and motorcycles. We like to take what's old and crusty and make it new and brilliant. We like to give people something that they can confidently and reliably drive anywhere and really express themselves through so.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us today at the county fair. We're gonna leave here, we're gonna go check out a house so you can kind of see where the people of Isle of Wight County call home. So we'll see you there. Hey Heather, how are you doing today?
Hi, good.
Good.
Guys.
Thank you so much for having us over. You know, it's a beautiful home. I'd love for you to take the opportunity to show us around a little bit and tell us about your home and what made it special to you, and maybe what you really loved about Isle of Wight County.
We absolutely love being away from the house, and you drive down the driveway and it's kind of like your own oasis back here. It's so quiet and we're surrounded by grapevines. We love the fact that it's got a double oven.
Good looking stove too. Look at the size of that stove.
We have an above ground pool, garden beds in the back. This is the owner's suite. We have a sitting room, have a fireplace, full bathroom with walk-in closets.
You know, that's one of the great things about living in Isle of Wight County. You do have the large spaces that gives you a chance to really decompress a little bit. Thank you so much again for letting us come out and tour this beautiful home. We really appreciate it, and I hope you get it sold quick.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today in Isle of Wight County. It's a great place to visit, a great place to live, and until next time, keep living your American dream.
Hi there, welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, June Surbaugh, and I am in coastal city, Virginia Beach, where the Chesapeake Bay meets the Atlantic Ocean. There's always something to see and do. I am at an iconic landmark, the Edgar Cayce's ARE, located at the north end of the ocean front. Let's check it out. You might be asking yourself, who is Edgar Cayce? Well, he was born in Kentucky in 1877, and he's known as the Sleeping Prophet, the father of holistic medicine and the most documented psychic of the 20th century. He founded the Nonprofit Association for Research and Enlightenment, also known as ARE, in 1931. Edgar Cayce was a big believer in creating opportunities for profound personal change in body, mind, and spirit through his materials. The mission of the ARE is to help people transform their lives for the better through research, education, and application of core concepts found in the Edgar Cayce readings. Each year, the ARE hosts dozens of conferences and speakers covering topics such as psychic development, meditation, personal growth, reincarnation, finding your soul purpose, ancient mysteries, and so much more. The ARE's Visiting Center offers a bookstore and a gift shop on the first floor, library on the second, and on the third floor, a meditation room that overlooks the Atlantic Ocean. Let's take a walk to the library and meet our guest, Laura Hoff. Hello, Laura. Thank you for your time. Can you tell us about this library?
Absolutely. Thank you for coming by, first of all. So Edgar Cayce's ARE Library stands as a living memorial to the work that Edgar Cayce did in his lifetime. There's 14,308 readings that make up the core of the collection here. The library actually started as a reading room in the Edgar Cayce home, and in 1956 the library moved to the Edgar Cayce Hospital. Then in 1975, over 200 volunteers and staff members created a human book brigade, moving and transferring over 16,000 books to the visitor center, the newly built visitor center at the time. Today, the library is one of the largest metaphysical libraries in the world, housing over 80,000 books. Now, if you have a moment, I'd love to show you one of our special collections on Atlantis.
Sure.
Okay, let's go. Right now, we're standing in the Edgerton Sykes collection room. This collection was purchased in 1979 from Edgerton Sykes, which is known as the largest private collection on Atlantis in the world. This collection is important to the work because Edgar Cayce mentioned Atlantis 249 times throughout the readings. Edgerton Sykes was a passionate believer in the fact that all myths were stories founded on actual events. Edgerton dedicated himself to bridging the gap between myth and archaeological research.
Edgar Cayce had the ability to put himself in a sleep-like state. He would lay down, close his eyes, fold his hands over his stomach, relax, meditate, and put his mind in contact with time and space, the superconscious mind. Now let's check out the grounds in the historic Cayce Hospital building. Behind the visitor center is a meditation garden with a waterfall and koi pond. Up on the hill, you'll find the original hospital building with a health center and spa offering massages and holistic services daily. You will also find Gray's Kitchen where you can grab a healthy lunch. Well, that wraps it up. I want to thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time on American Dream TV when I explore the lifestyle, culture, and real estate in Virginia Beach.
Welcome back to Norfolk, Virginia. If you're into art, then you're in for a treat today. We're exploring the Neon District. Come on, let's check it out. This is the Chrysler Museum of Art. It contains some 30,000 pieces of art history. Let's go inside. It wasn't until 1971 when automotive heir Walter P. Chrysler Jr. and his wife, who is a Norfolk native, donated most of their extensive collection to the museum. And that one donation significantly expanded the museum's collection. And based on that significant gift, they renamed the museum the Chrysler Museum of Art. I'm here today in the Neon District with Rachel McCall, and this is one of the many murals in this area. Rachel, can you tell me a little bit about this special part of Norfolk?
Sure. So the Neon District is in downtown Norfolk, and it's surrounded by these big cultural institutions like Harrison Opera House, which is home to Virginia Opera, Chrysler Museum of Art, Scope and Chrysler Hall. And there's a lot of local art woven into the neighborhood with regional artists, local artists, student artists, and they've all had a hand in creating all these beautiful murals, art on the sidewalk, all kinds of little pops of creativity through the neighborhood.
I'm here today with Amanda Bradley. Amanda, how do you say the name of this place?
It's actually pronounced the Art Center. Yep, a lot of people think it comes from a French background. It doesn't. Originally, our first location over 35 years ago was supposed to be on Waterside, and so it actually stands for Dockside Art Review of Tidewater.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
See, I was under the impression it was French-based.
Yeah, a lot of people are, but no.
So can you tell me a little bit about what the Art Center does for the city of Norfolk?
Yep, the Art Center is Norfolk's community art center. We do programming that exposes the community to artists and art through networking and partnering with other community organizations. We have monthly exhibitions that are nationally curated, and we work with jurors on a local level that are well-known local artists as well. We have resident artists studios on site, as well as associate artists who have sale space on walls in the back here. So we do a little bit of everything.
And it's interesting, you told me that this place is in what used to be a bank.
Yes,
See the bank vault in the background.
Mm-hmm. So one of the cool features of this building is the literal vault that we have, which we do solo exhibitions. So it's kind of a unique space for artists in Norfolk to exhibit in.
Fantastic. It's definitely a nice place, and I'm glad that you talked with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming by.
For joining me today as we explored this artful part of Norfolk. There's truly too much here for me to cover in one episode, so come on down for yourself and check out the Neon District and make it part of your American dream.
We're here in a special part of Virginia Beach, fondly known by locals as Chicks Beach. Virginia Beach is the state's largest coastal city. It has that quintessential laid-back beach vibe, and with great affordability, it's a wonderful place to call home. It's even been ranked as one of the top large cities in the U.S. to live in. I'm Ashley Swindell, coastal Virginia native, local realtor, and your host for the American Dream. Join me today as we visit one of my favorite local specialty food shops, Taste, where we'll get to experience what they call the good life. And later, we'll head down to the beachfront where the beautiful Chesapeake Bay meets the amazing Atlantic Ocean and get a first-hand look at luxury coastal living. Come on, let's get started. Today, We're at Taste at their flagship location here in Chicks Beach, and we're speaking with their marketing director, Allie Rathjens. Allie, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
So congratulations, you all are celebrating 50 years in business and also a local favorite. I've known Taste for a long time, but for folks that don't know much about it, what can they expect to find here?
Yeah, so most people know us for sandwiches and salads, but we also have first-to-market specialty food products.
That sounds great. Do you have a special favorite item?
My favorite is the North Ender sandwich.
The North Ender
Yes.
sandwich. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Tidewater and Hilltop for me.
Yeah.
So they have their sandwiches are named after local regional spots, which is great. So I know that the slogan you all have here is Taste the Good Life. What does that mean to you?
To me, it means finding something you're passionate about and pursuing it and being able to spend time with people that mean the most to you.
That's great. Well, I know you do a lot of community-focused things here. You have your concerts on the lawn, and don't you have a fall festival coming up as well?
That's right. It's the first one this year, so we're going to be doing a lot of fall-themed activities like live music, wine and beer tasting, pumpkins, and face painting, and lots of fun fall stuff.
That sounds great. I'm sure that'll be another new favorite. Thanks for having us out today, Allie.
Of course. Thanks for coming.
We're here today at Point Chesapeake on the Bay, and we're speaking with my friend and fellow realtor, Linda Bray. Linda, thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
So Linda, this wonderful bayfront community has been here, and you've been a part of it since 2019, is that right?
That's right.
And you loved it so much that you decided to make it your home.
I absolutely did.
Well, we would love to learn more about it. Can you give us a tour while I ask you some more questions?
I'd love to.
So we're standing here looking out. The Chesapeake Bay is all around us. It's so beautiful. So what is it about these wonderful beach modern condominiums that are so special and unique, Linda?
There's a whole lot of things that are special about this place, but number one, the property. This is the last piece of property that can be developed on the Chesapeake Bay in Virginia Beach.
Wow.
So if you want new, this is it, okay? In addition to that, the building itself was designed to give people as much privacy as possible. And so your home does not have the common walls you experience in most condominiums. So it's phenomenal.
That is really special.
This used to be the Duck Inn, which was an iconic restaurant from 1953 to 2005 when they sold it to us.
And is that part of why you all have the gazebo out here?
It really is. It really is. And you notice whenever we advertise, we have that gazebo front and forward so that people can identify our property with the location.
So Linda, you've lived here for a couple of years now. So what would you say is your favorite thing about living at Point Chesapeake on the Bay?
You know, I'd be hard-pressed to pick one thing. I just love the whole package. But I can tell you, I love it when my husband walks out every morning and says, there's nothing about this place that I don't love.
Well, that's great. I can see why, and it's a great place to call home. Right here on the Chesapeake Bay, beautiful views, modern living. Thanks for having us. It's been great.
I appreciate you all coming out and sharing with me.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us today on The American Dream. It's been my pleasure to show you around and give you a glimpse of the great coastal Virginia lifestyle and show you why Chicks Beach is a local's favorite. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Swindell. Take care.
Welcome to the beautiful Virginia Beach oceanfront and boardwalk. My name is Christine Bergdorf, and this is my son and business associate, Christian Kangas.
And we are your hosts on The American Dream. We're back again to share with you some more exciting reasons to live in Virginia Beach.
We all know when it comes to real estate, it's not only about finding the perfect home, but also about the lifestyle and community as well.
We're out here at the Neptune Festival, which hosts over 40 cultural events per year.
We are excited to share with you the annual sand sculpting competition where artists come from around the world to compete.
Come on, let's go check it out.
We are here with Kit Chope, who's the president and CEO of the Neptune Festival. Can you tell us how long they have to complete their sculptures?
So we're here in the International Sand Sculpting Gallery for the Virginia Beach Neptune Festival. There are 22 sculptures right here, created by 32 sculptors from around the world. We have 15 nations represented: Poland, to the Republic of Korea, to Italy, to Canada, of course, the United States. The sand here in Virginia Beach is really not conducive to creating these great sculptures, so we bring sand in from North Carolina. It's a site down there that has the right clay content, the right silt content, the right grain size, and it sticks together very well. So we bring in more than 480 tons of sand the week prior to the sculptors getting here and lay it out for them in huge piles. And from those piles on Monday morning at 8 o'clock until Thursday at 2 o'clock, this is what happens.
So I know we have individuals and then we have teams, so explain how that all works.
Sure, so I think some of the folks play well with others and maybe some of the others prefer to work on their own.
Yeah.
And so the solo artists, really, it is amazing to see the physical labor that is involved in that, the artistry, the attention to detail by one person, and that's pretty spectacular. But you'll see these artists come in here, they'll put on their headphones and zone out and just get going.
Yeah.
The teams are mostly folks who know each other and have worked together before, but we're standing in front of this sculpture by Ilya and Vadim. They had never worked together before, and look at what they did. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
if
no,
you
that's
ask me.
amazing.
Yeah.
Next, we're taking you across the street to one of our favorite outdoor restaurants that you will absolutely love.
It's called The Shack. Hi, Eric. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you. So can you tell us a little bit about what the owner's inspiration was for creating this beautiful outdoor space and how it all came together?
Absolutely, I'd love to. So part of it is just the love for the outdoors and building a beautiful space for people to come and be together, hang out, and have a great time outdoors in Virginia Beach with the inspiration from places that they've been on vacation and traveled to, like the Caribbean, where there's great outdoor restaurants where just the kitchen's inside and all the seating's outside, and you get to enjoy the fresh air and great time.
And what type of food do you serve here?
We serve all sorts of foods. So from the food bus and taco cart, there's a bunch of smoked pork, brisket, jerk chicken, all smoked here. And then we also have another kitchen that serves fresh local seafood. So it's really something for everyone, from fries to crab cakes to hot dogs to hamburgers,
Awesome.
everything you might want
Very nice.
while you're hanging out outside.
So what type of events do you guys hold here?
We hold different events all year long, from private events and banquets to a springtime 5K on the beach with an after party here. Christmas time, we sell Christmas trees and have hot drinks. My favorite is our Halloween party. Everybody gets dressed up. It's a great turnout, and the best part's the drinks. We specialize in crushes, so they're all fresh, hand-squeezed, citrus fruit-based drinks. And some of the ones that we're really loving right now are the blackberry crush and the cherry limeade. The blackberry one we love because we infuse it in-house with Waterman Spirits vodka, and it's great.
Thank you, Eric, for having us today and telling us all about how the Shack was created. It was really fun.
You're welcome. It's been my pleasure.
We hope to see you next time on The American Dream. This is Christine Bergdorf.
And Christian Kangas. Keep on living your American dream.
Welcome to The American Dream, selling coastal Virginia. I'm Trish McIntosh with Keller Williams Realty in Virginia Beach. It's a privilege to host a show not only about real estate, but also about community. Warriors Tap House hosts an auction and is one of the sponsors for the Tunnel to Towers Golf Tournament. And inside, we'll meet a few good-hearted people.
Inside Warriors Tap House, and I want to introduce you to Mr. Lou Paulson of Paulson & Paulson and Mr. Dave Culler, owner of the Warriors Tap House. Gentlemen, thank you so much for having us here. This is such an honor.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you. How did you get involved with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, and if you don't mind sharing a little bit about your background?
Well, real quick, I was a Navy brat. My dad was a Navy chaplain, grew up on Marine Corps bases, and came from back in the 60s and 70s during the Vietnam War. I had a lot of friends who were killed in Vietnam. And so then I was a Navy pilot for 7 years. And so I've always had an interest in the military.
Similar background, my dad was a Navy pilot, and so I really wanted to follow his footsteps and became an F-18 pilot in the Navy and had command of a squadron out here at Oceana. And then was a commanding officer at Naval Station Norfolk, and then got out of the Navy. Started my own company, and then I started Warriors Tap House here. And so Lou came in here one day and had seen the Tunnel to Towers commercials. We were both very inspired by it, and we're like, we can sit back and talk about it, or we can actually do something about it. And we got involved last year, and very successful first year.
So what are we doing here at the Warriors Tap House?
So tonight we've got an auction. A big part of this is raising money for a Gold Star family right here in the Hampton Roads area. 95 cents of every dollar is going to go back to that family. And then we've got our golf tournament tomorrow over at Virginia Beach National. So we'll do a silent auction here tonight and then a live auction.
Last year we raised $140,000.
Oh, that's amazing.
That went to Tunnel to Towers specifically for a family to pay off a mortgage.
Well, I know the auction's getting ready to start. I appreciate all of your time, and not just here, but just all of your heart and soul into this mission. And you know, I will be walking around here too. Thanks, gentlemen, so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's an honor to be standing here with Mr. Tom McDonald, Director of the National Golf Series with Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
The foundation was formed when off-duty New York City firefighter Stephen Siller on September 11th was on his way home to play in a golf outing when he heard on his scanner that a plane had hit the World Trade Center. Steve called his wife Sally, asked her to call his 3 brothers who he was supposed to play golf with that day, turned his car around, went back to his firehouse. The firehouse was empty. They had already responded to the crash. Steve grabbed all his gear, put it in his truck, drove to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, which connects Brooklyn to Lower Manhattan. It was closed for security purposes. Steve grabbed all his gear, put it on 60 pounds of gear, ran the 1.7 miles through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. They turned out to be his final footsteps. He left behind a beautiful wife, Sally, 5 young children. But he was able to take part in a rescue effort that saved thousands and thousands of people's lives that day. Even though on September 11th we lost 2,977 people, many were saved in New York because of the work of the first responders, NYPD, FDNY, and Port Authority Police, as well as other emergency services groups. We've been able to do some very good things over the years. Our main mission is to always remember 9/11 and to support those that protect us at home and protect us abroad. We also have a fallen first responder program. So if a police officer or emergency service person is lost in the line of duty and they have a family with young children, we're going to step in and pay off their mortgage.
Thank you so much, Mr. McDonald. We appreciate you.
Trish, thank you very much. God bless.
Even though this is the ending of my show, your ongoing support can continue to do good. Thanks so much.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.